Z159 FM. Z159 FM.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get our cameras on, shall we? The brand new cameras, brand new Mo in 4K.
Fancy. Nobody needs to see that.
I was working on a Mo song last night for a very long time.
It does make a difference. When I see the social media clips, I'm like, oh, that's a nice camera.
I've been working on like Mo songs, and I don't know what. Like, I've been working on one, and I don't know where the song. It's in my brain, and it's an old rap song, and it's like, do it. I just do, and I'm thinking, Dewitt. Like, I can do something with that.
All right.
Like, but I can't find the song, so I stayed up in bed, like trying to find that song with my wife, like all night, and I had her on it too. And I think it's like an old Slick Rick song or something.
Try to find it while we're sitting.
You're in bed with your wife trying to come up with a Mo Dewitt song.
It's a very common issue. Happens a lot.
I thought you told me every waking hour of the day we should be working.
Well,
And that's
I
what the
did say
fuck I'm
that.
doing. I'm sitting there. I'm like,
Well,
yeah, he said that. He's
I
like,
mean-
when you're sitting idly, he's like, I'm always news. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I was sitting there with my wife, and we're watching. We had on the Braves game, and I was working, and I leaned to her, and I said, hey, I'm working on this Mo song, and there's this rap song that goes, do it. Is it Rapper's Delight? Somebody's saying Rapper's Delight. If it's Rapper's Delight, I'll just go.
It might be.
Can't be Rapper's Delight.
Like, just do it.
There's one, and then we found a bunch of
Do
these.
it now.
Yeah, that was the one we found.
Yeah.
That was the one we found, and Andrea's like, it's not that. And I'm like, no.
Wow.
And she goes, well, I can't help you. That's how my wife treats me.
Unbelievable.
That's how my wife treats me.
Is it shake this P word like you should? Is it the P word? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, a P word
And
is
then-
obviously you mean
Yeah,
pre-judification or something. I was trying to think of a legal word there. I didn't have anything. I have no P legal words.
How do you
What'd you say?
shake
Stumping everybody.
Sorry. All right.
Okay. All right. Enough of that.
Okay.
I knocked that off. All right, you knocked that
we're
off.
talking about the
All right,
family
wanna
skate-a-thon.
do we want to put Busdecker on? Like, are you on?
Yeah.
Are you off?
No, well, I need to talk to Busdecker.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn his mic on and put his camera on.
I don't want to steal any thunder.
Always stealing my thunder,
Okay,
boss.
hold
Because
on.
Busdecker's hassling our employees.
Yeah.
And then they're calling me panicked, and they're like, "I'll get the email out."
Yes,
Busdecker
sir.
said
Yes, sir.
ASVP.
The
You
bosses-
have employees? No, they all quit.
Well, I mean,
They did all quit.
it's a
Hold on, I'm
fancy
turning it on.
term
I'm
for
turning it on.
volunteers.
There you go. There you go. You're on. But
Thank you. Thank you.
I gotta fix your camera because your head's bigger than our last guest. So hold on a second. I gotta.
It's a fancy term for listeners who help us out all the
Slaves.
time.
All right. One of those slaves is here today visiting from Seattle.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. I got nervous that it was an interview. I forgot the.
Yeah, I know. I
I'm
almost
still
committed
nervous.
with you, but I didn't want to do that to you either because I had a feeling you would play along, but I thought it would be like kind of fucked up, and it's too early to do it to you. So.
Yeah. No, when she walked in, I was
got
like,
a
"Oh my
potty
god!"
mouth today.
I was like, "Oh my god, what fringe interviews?" Is
Oh my God!
I was
It's
like,
a they
"Fringe."
them. It's a they them. Because it's not
No.
because it's a problem. It's just because it's hard. It's because it's more difficult. I can't think of it.
Yeah, well, it gets stuck in my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, don't say it."
And then you told me I can't say, "Hey, you guys." Your wife said I can't say, "Hey, you guys."
Yeah, you
And I'm
can't
like,
say you
why not?
guys.
That's what I say to anybody. I'm like,
No.
"Hey guys, who wants a sandwich? Who wants
No,
a? You guys want a
don't
pub
say it.
sub?" I can't say that.
All right, let's go. This is worse than before.
We paid for this?
Who said
Sorry,
that?
Mo.
Who
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Oh, that was Mo that said that. Oh my God, I thought that was you. All right, okay,
right.
good warm up. We did good. All right, here we go. And 3, 2.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang at YouTube. We are live. Have your say to the UK. Double one, double two, double three, double not, double O, double not, double O. No, we're live on Twitch and YouTube. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. I've had too much caffeine, apparently.
Mo Dewitt's here. How you doing, Mo?
Good day, sirs.
And John Busdecker's here. How you
Hey,
doing,
hey.
John?
I felt the
Sorry.
shade on that. I felt
all right.
I felt the
That's
shade
all
on
right.
that.
No, I
Anybody
was
else?
giving Mo his
I
due
know
first.
my place on this
Anybody
show.
else feel the shade on that?
No,
Lots of shade.
Little shade.
No, you introduced the star, and then co-star. You give it
Co-star.
some room.
Really brown nosing over there.
Yeah.
All I gave for this show for years that
Yeah.
I was on it.
You did. You didn't give us much during your cop days.
No, because I had a job.
Yeah, you didn't give a lot during that. No,
and you said the
that's-
cops are,
Yeah.
they're
I couldn't
bullying
come
me.
on here every Friday.
And that's how we. And you know what? That's what soured the relationship. To be quite honest with you, is when he went full cop.
when I got a job.
Yeah, when you went full cop, we were
Yeah.
like, we have to distance ourselves from this nerd.
I'm sorry I got a job.
I was like this.
Hold on.
I was like this geek sheriff's ruining our brand.
That $100 a week they're paying you wasn't tithing you over?
The cops wanted to distance themselves from us. They were like,
They did.
and they're like, I can't come on the show
Yeah.
that much anymore because the cops don't want me to.
BDMs, that's definitely a gang of some sort.
I'm like,
Yeah.
the
They're on
cops?
the list.
I see your tattoos on your fingers.
I know.
I
Look
know
at
that what that means.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm MS 13 inches tall.
Do they live in this world? Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, and we got some questions. We got some legal questions. Finally, for the first time ever in the history of our
Whoa.
show, we have some legal questions.
Well, before we start, let's talk about the family skate-a-thon happening July 12th. Now this is like the RSVPs are coming in crazy fast. And,
Yeah.
like, I mean, like this is pretty surprising, and I was like, wow, I did not know.
You don't think
that-
people want to hang out with Mo? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Well, it's just
Nobody
like-
wants to hang out with me, boss.
I mean, we've got.
Did you underestimate the power of skate?
Well, I think skate and also family.
Yeah.
And then it's,
free helps too.
Mainly free.
Yeah.
But it's we've already gotten 500 RSVPs.
Yes.
Yeah. I could hear like collectively a bunch of people go, "Hey, the guy that gives us stuff's doing a free thing." You know what I mean? Like,
You
I
know
can hear
what?
that.
You know what? Those people get in accidents.
Yeah, sure.
They're like, what's that free stuff got name?
They absolutely do. Oh, dab my head with a koozie.
So now to RSVP, you go to justcallmo.com/skate, right?
Yep.
And,
Yep.
Easy. /skate.
and we're asking people to fill out the waiver beforehand. Like, let's talk about what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
John.
So when you go skating, you got to fill out a waiver, and we're gonna try to get people to do that ahead of time, so you're not waiting there at the event day trying to do it on your phone. So we'll send all that stuff out. All that's pretty simple. But right now, what we really want people to do is the RSVP for it.
Okay.
Just so we can get a list of people. And it's at Cimarron Skateway,
Yes.
Basically in Castleberry.
Yeah, it's right in Tom's yard.
Tom's backyard.
Yeah, it's literally you can throw a football to Tom's house from there.
I ran
You
by
can-
today.
Yeah, you can smell the popcorn from his Halloween decorations that are still out.
My sons were there last week, and I was sitting there just watching. I was like, what
You
do
can
I
watch from your
Weirdo.
front yard.
Yeah, it was like it was me and a bunch of other dads just sitting on a hard bench.
Yeah.
No offense to Cimarron. Stay away from it.
It's not even
Couldn't
carpeted?
afford us.
Really
Not
selling this thing.
I thought normally they were carpeted, the benches.
They are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's that
still
hard skate carpet.
What color carpet? Is it blue?
No, it's like a
Mine was blue.
burgundy.
Mine was blue with laser stripes. in
That's
it.
kind of how I remember it. but
Yeah, blue.
It's been a minute.
There was like dark blue, and then it had a light blue laser stripe that started like light blue, and then you know how you put white on the edges to make it look like a laser.
Yeah.
It was like an old art trick or something.
It is like walking into Stranger Things.
It's a time capsule.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's a
I
time
like
capsule.
the nostalgia. There's a lot
You're
of
like,
places.
whoa.
I'm really into that. Like
Yeah.
right now,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm really into the vibe of an old bar. The vibe of an old skate park, you know, like, or
Yeah.
you go to the skating rink, you know,
Yeah.
you go to the flea market, like things that are like a little
Trashy.
a little simpler, just more
Sorry,
simple.
sorry.
So judgmental.
No screens, just simpler.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
move our bodies a little bit and get off the goddamn screen.
God,
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to say that.
I was waiting to watch someone skate by with this looking down the screen. I was like, I can't wait to talk about this if
Yeah.
it happens. But it
It's
didn't
come to
happen.
bikes.
It didn't
It's come
happen.
to bikes. I see people biking and looking at their phones all the time.
Yeah.
We're there on bikes. It's only a matter of time.
I'm gonna tell my sons to do it just to troll the other parents and be like, look at these. You know, because they'll get mad if
You
they
should
see
give
that.
them full VR.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, have them skate in VR, but don't have them skate. Just have them stand still.
He's virtually.
Hey,
skating.
let's bring a bunch of VR sets and just have your son stand in the corner.
This is better.
Look how fast I am. I'm a Pokemon.
They should do an old school night where you can smoke and skate.
Hey.
Go way back.
See, Mo's got the best idea.
Yeah, I wonder if we could rent
Cancel
out.
the family event. It's now a smoking event.
We'll just, I mean, if we combine the two, we'll have 3,000 people. It'll literally be Rockville. We won't be able to people screaming.
Smoking.
My God, Rob Zombie, what are you doing here?
And also, Mo, are you worried at all that someone's gonna fall down and sue you?
Well, I mean, they fall down. We sue Cimarron Skateway. Circle of life brings more business.
Yeah, I like this. I like it.
Yeah, well, that's what the waiver's for. Sign the waiver.
Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
But it's funny in 2025. It does seem old school, especially because like it is cool that basically hasn't changed the decor from the 80s of a roller
well,
rink.
what would
know?
you do? Like, what would you do to make it like crazy?
You could probably add like TV screen. They do have TV screens there, but like add more like music videos and stuff. But they don't even do that, to my knowledge. They just have
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
thing that lights up on the wall that like pumps to the music.
Yeah, they have all the lights and the music,
Yeah.
but it's just old school.
kinda
But
like that.
but if they change it, I don't think it would be as popular.
No, it's not gonna be as
you know?
fun.
Yeah.
Because even as parents sitting there, like we're all from the 80s, sitting there watching our kids,
Yeah.
and we're like, man, this is like being
It's
in the 80s
satisfying.
again.
Yeah, it's satisfying
yeah.
to us for sure.
It feels nostalgic.
Yeah,
when we
mine's
walk in
gone.
there.
My old place, Dayton Skate in DeLand. I'm sure Volusia County folks that are listening right now will absolutely know what I'm talking about. I remember exactly what it smelled like. And my god sisters, shout out to them too. They were amazing skaters. So I spent a lot of time like either picking them up or watching them skate, and I skated too, but not like them. And they were like speed team, the whole nine. You know, like Yeah,
Mine closed down too, where I grew up. Skateland, it was called.
Sucks.
I didn't appreciate it while I was there.
I don't think I did either. You know, I should have skated more. I enjoyed it, but
I
it just,
did too. I do now,
well,
obviously.
You're great. You're an
thank you.
excellent skater. I mean, like one of the best I've seen as a very old man.
I think Hot Wheels was my roller rink in Miami, and I think they're still around. And they had a giant roller skate car.
Yes,
Remember,
we've talked about that. Yeah. South Florida, shout out in the chat room. They had Galaxy Skateway.
Oh, yeah. All right, but that's justcalledmo.com/skate RSVP because there is.
You done with our remember when? Yeah, you done with that?
Well, we got a lot of questions
for
Mo.
He's Tony Soprano. over
There
here.
is a capacity,
Yeah.
so once we hit
Tony-
that capacity, we're not going to take any more RSVPs.
You
So
know,
if you
Tony-
want to go, sign up.
Tony Soprano said that remember when was the lowest form of conversation.
That's all I talk about.
But
All
also,
right.
if you don't want to skate, we have face painters, we have a balloon artist, and a caricature artist coming.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I love a good balloon artist.
Oh yeah.
Will
It's
they make
amazing.
a sword and a
Balloon
hat?
swords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're
you
long.
know the other one I love, and I'm a classic guy. Sword is a classic, and I know everybody's like, oh, sword. No, lobster.
Lobster, that's hard.
I love it when they make a lobster.
I thought you were going to say standard poodle with
That's pretty
no,
good too.
no.
Maybe
Ball
they'll make
tail.
some dirty ones for you.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a family.
Can you make Dolly Parton for me? All right. Hey, everybody, look, Sidney Sweeney.
It's a variation of the sword.
We call this one the Punisher. Hashtag Diddy.
Sorry,
Okay, first
Mo.
question. If I were dating a woman, and,
Come on.
How would Andrea feel about
and
that?
then I spent $20,000 on her, and she left me for another man. Can I call up her mom and demand her mom pay me the $20,000, or I'm gonna release 2 sex tapes right after Christmas Day?
Hold on, what is that? Because I know it's in reference to something.
It was
but
basically yesterday's testimony of the Diddy
Oh.
trial. He is a monster of a human being. My God, he called Cassie's mom because she had left him obviously, and then demanded that she pay him back. The mom. So the mom and her husband at the time took out a $20,000 loan and sent it to Diddy. He's a monster.
They paid Diddy?
Yeah, they paid him because he was going to blackmail.
Well, he is a
He's
monster.
blackmailing him. He's going to release the sex tapes.
Oh.
Right after Christmas. Oh, right after Christmas.
At least
That'd
he
be-
waited
Oh,
till
I forgot.
after Christmas.
I know. I know. I would have had him on deck.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just me.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's an insane person. Yeah, that's a terrible story. Sorry. Let's do the real
You're
one.
multi-millionaire. You're asking for $20,000. You're talking to someone's parents,
Yeah.
and you're like, well, give me $20,000. They know you're PT.
Yeah, that's some super psycho material right there.
Could you imagine
Oh,
that
yeah.
person's dad like telling his buddy, and you're like, P Diddy called me,
No,
and blackmailed
and they
me."
went through with it. They got
No one would believe
they
you,
had to
right?
get a.
Yeah.
They got a. I think it was an equity line on their home to pay for it. It's
That's
super
awful.
sad. Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, it's
that
super
really is
sad.
awful.
All right, let's get to some real ones.
Okay,
This one
all right.
is a real one, and it is
Okay.
for me, and it's not funny. It's real. I was listening to a podcast this morning. I like podcasts about podcasting, obviously, because it's our business. And on the Libsyn The Feed podcast, which I listen to because we're hosted by Libsyn, they are saying that the FTC now requires disclosure both before and after if you use AI to read an ad. So, for example, if Tom wanted to use AI to, he's already said he loves, the Dewitt law firm, right? Boom.
Yeah.
If he wanted to use AI to actively create a new ad, just basically reiterating what he's already said before,
But using my own voice.
but using your own voice, even though it's all been signed off on, even though you're all on board, even though, Dewitt is on board, that the FTC is saying that you would have to put a little
Disclose.
tag before and a little disclosure tag at the end, no matter what. And I was sitting in the car listening to this, and I'm like, well, then what's the point of even doing it? That's the dumbest
Right.
thing I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
absolutely.
That doesn't even make sense to me. And
What does the federal government have to do with this?
yeah, well, I guess where they get involved is if you, let's say, you wanted to do another ad, and this time I hadn't contacted you about it, but I have, I'm able to create an AI ad of you saying that you endorse a product that you don't endorse, or maybe I make you say a statement that's truly false, that's misleading to the consumer.
Okay,
That's
so
why-
it's to protect the person, not necessarily I was like, who is this to protect? I don't.
But that's more of a deceptive claims issue than an AI issue.
That's kind of what I thought too.
Because I mean, frankly, like some of the ads that we have running on this radio station, on Real Radio, are AI. Like we make a song with AI.
What?
Oh my God, that's shocking.
Well,
we gotta go to break.
We didn't put anything at the beginning or end. I'm joking. I don't care. Just like that.
Yeah. This is where my I don't care attitude really does power.
Do I need to go back to the office and burn all the computers?
Burn everything.
Now that I've done before. Ask Ed Till about me burning the tape. You need help burning tapes. I'm your man.
I like when you just smash the outside and you're like, that's done. You're like, the information's in the inside.
It's always like a dumb Italian guy. Like you smash it with a hammer. He's like, "Wood done here."
You just
no,
smash
you're not.
the plastic outside.
But I did laugh at that because I was like, well, that. I mean, that's silly that you would
right.
Have
That
to do that.
eliminates the whole purpose of AI, basically, because if it says AI, nobody's going to use it then because it's just silly. But
they're immediately going to tune out.
Right, they're immediately going to tune out. The real issue there is, hey, you can't utilize someone else's voice or use AI in a deceptive manner. Really should be what the rule is, not this nonsense, because that doesn't even help the actual purpose. If you say, hey, this is an AI generated ad, and then you have Tom, in Tom's voice read something that he doesn't believe in. Well, you're still
reading and saying things out loud.
Correct,
Is definitely AI.
Yeah. Which is why I used him as the example. I'm hoping to get him reading through AI by the end of 2026.
Aren't you glad you had Busdecker on?
Why do we give him the mic? It was my idea.
Do you want to read the next one? I got it.
Yeah, all right.
This is from listener John. He says, my 4-year-old son needs blood work this weekend, and we needed some documents from when he was born. So his mom called the hospital he was born, and they refused to give him any information because they said she wasn't the birth mother. Eventually, they put her on as the mother, but they refused to tell her who she was listed at or who was listed as the mother. And then online, seeing our son's name card under mother, it is someone else's signature. Should we look into this more or move on? She's panicking. This is a total Tom question, by the way.
Move on. I love moving on.
She's panicking, thinking someone was trying to steal our son when he was born. Thank you, John. All right.
I mean, you still have the kid, so I guess not really a big issue.
I know what Tom would do. Tom would be like, we got him. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. But I like, instead of thinking it was just some clerical error, that you're like, someone was trying to steal my son.
Your wife has done this before.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most world-famous stories on this show was there a world-famous story of a pair, it's burned into my brain, a pair of Steve Madden shoes that are gone. And then I think you got a housekeeper for one time, and your wife thought the housekeeper stole the Steve Maddens.
Well, that's what crazy old ladies think. They always rich, crazy old ladies.
Your wife came out, she's like, someone took my Steve Madden.
I've been there.
You lose things, and you just assume someone stole it, and you're like, what are you? Someone stole it.
Oh, they're on the back patio. You were drunk, and you took them off. So, right.
Like, you think someone broke in here and stole your shoes? You understand how insane that sounds?
You know what I've done it with? That was really weird.
And then
I
you
caught
take
myself.
anything else,
I did it with an egg pan one time. I said to Andrea, I go, someone stole my egg pan. And I'm like, you're an idiot. In the same breath, I caught myself.
But like, if I was a thief, that's the kind of stuff I would steal because no one would ever believe you.
Oh, you're the world's most perfect thief, the egg pan bandit.
Egg pan bandit.
I'm like, walk me through this, babe. Someone came in here in the middle of the night, broke into the house.
Steve Madden's a respectable brand.
Yeah.
And then crawled into our bedroom, opening your closet door.
Yes, Steve Madden.
And then picked out a pair of like random size,
Busted
your
ass.
size.
Old. Some kicking rock, Steve Madden. You been kicking latitudes. Kicking some daiquiris down the block.
2011 latitudes. And then they turned and then left and locked everything back.
Someone stole my F-me pumps.
Sorry. All right.
Wait, does this person not have a birth certificate, though? Would they not have their name listed on it?
We're not
kid.
trying to
All right,
solve
I'm
the
just saying,
problem.
I'm
We're trying to
help.
entertain,
I'm
man.
trying to help out here.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, like Mo, how we did? What was that charity we went to?
I don't know. We do so many. We do so many.
I've met so much.
Ask me again.
Oh yeah, what was that charity we went to?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was online giving to a GoFundMe.
Yeah, all right.
Come again?
It was the ID, like the
iDignity.
iDignity. I love those guys. In fact, fact, yeah, I actually want to do some stuff with them this year. They have a new facility.
They're opening, groundbreaking.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Like, I was super surprised when like how hard it is if something gets screwed up, like your birth certificate or whatever, and
you're pardoned, but you're effed. Like, these people, you can't leave down in the water. You
need these other forms of ID, and you're like, well, I can't get that without my birth. And then it's like this crazy circle, and
it
people
affects
just
transportation,
just give up.
everything.
Yeah. So I guess it can be hard if your birth certificate is wrong to get all that changed.
Oh, it can be a mess. Yeah.
So that's why people probably just don't do it. They're like, whatever.
Just adopt a new identity and move on.
This one is from Eric. He says, "Hey guys, I have a question for Mo. I receive about 2 to 5 spam phone calls every day. 95% are loan scams asking for more information to complete my loan application. Of course, I've not applied for said loans and know it's a scam, but the volume of calls just keeps coming in, and I've had to let my voicemail fill up so they would stop leaving voicemails. I also had to turn in the spam call feature, but that was proven to be detrimental to running my company. Or turn on, rather. I think that's what he meant. I'm on the do not call list and have been since its creation, but the calls keep coming. Can I receive monies from them for constant harassment and not complying, or for them not complying with the do not call list? Thanks so much, Eric."
Yeah, so you can. It's under the TCPA, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. The tough part is usually you have to play along with the scam to figure out who it is that's actually calling. So usually what they're doing is they use like a third-party call center that calls you, that does these spam calls. And then if you pretend to be interested, they'll kind of string you along, and then eventually they'll transfer you over to the real company. And if you can get the real company's name, then you can initiate an action against them. And there's actually some like TikTok channels and YouTube channels kind of dedicated to showing you how to do this, essentially.
I probably see those if I wasn't on breastfeeding.
It does take a bunch of time.
Sorry, buddy.
It takes a bunch of time, but I think, it's a statutory fine. I want to say it's maybe like $1,000 or somewhere around there that you can get. But the hardest part is kind of keeping them on the phone long enough, pretending to be interested to actually get the company's name to go after them.
I mean, if somebody will do that for me, I will give you half the money. If somebody will, I'll give you all my information, and you can call on my behalf. I'll give you $500.
Well, you know what sucks is...
Right? That's free money.
Yeah.
There's a part of the government that's supposed to be controlling this. It's too busy making people put AI things on the beginning and after commercials and focusing on the wrong thing. Because they should be stopping this. Because all I get is spam calls to the point where I had to stop just answering my phone.
You got one yesterday.
Is that why you don't answer the phone when I call you?
He did.
I was like, it's all spam.
Mo, he did something yesterday that I don't think I've ever seen in, how long have I known you? 20 years? 22 years? 25 years? Something like that? He got into it with the person on the phone, and I know the listeners are going to not believe me because I don't have video or any proof of it, but he was like, "I'm not going to give you that information because I don't know if you're a scam." Well, you'll have to take that up with my wife, and she's not here, but I'm not going to give you that information because how do I know it's a scam? How do I know? How can I verify you?
You know what's funny?
And I was like, whoa, and I kind of like, I was like, I was very proud.
That was a collections agency. The only non-scam.
So you're just lying to them. I love it.
Well, no, that's a whole different scam.
Still after you for that Orlando Sentinel subscription?
No.
I just subscribed to that this morning. I did subscribe to the Sentinel this morning. I got a whole year for $3.
We took Max to the pediatrician like years ago for something.
Never do that. That's why. Why'd they get rid of the Flea World Witch Doctor? That guy was awesome.
And we have insurance, and the pediatrician said that our insurance didn't cover something, and then we forgot to go back and forth and argue with the insurance agent. Well, why do I have to do that? I was like, oh no, the insurance
That's
won't.
the Andrea part. She always looks through what you're saying, and then there it is.
Well, of course, it's a little bit my fault.
It's like when you're talking about breakdancing, you're like, we didn't show up for breakdancing class. We were sitting on the thing, we're sitting there, and we're just sitting there, and nobody remembered it. I'm like, well, there it is.
But the system is broken, and I have insurance to pay for this, and they're like, denied. And then I was like, oh, you have to fight with them to get them to pay. And then I'm like, well, what are we even doing?
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now for my
That's
leg.
the system. We pay $1,000 a month for insurance, and then they won't cover anything, and then you have to fight with them. What are we doing?
I'm fighting right now with my leg because I would owe like $42,000.
So then it goes to
And
collections.
it's not even that great. It's not even that great of a leg.
And Crystal actually,
good.
she ended up making some deal with them and making a payment
Oh my
or whatever.
God, like an
Did
indecent.
she give him her Steve Madden?
She did. Oh my gosh, she did an indecent proposal. Oh my God, they land the helicopter. Woody Harrelson.
No,
rolling
$1 million.
around in the-
I don't
my
want to sound.
God.
You can sleep with my husband.
Oh my God, she's rolling in the money.
No, I don't want to sound trashy, like I'm not paying my debts.
Well, then don't tell that story.
No, but I'm saying, no, I paid. I have insurance anyway. So
Is
Crystal,
that Tom Mangione over there?
no, we paid them, and then they still sent it to collections or something. So then collections is calling me over and over, and they're like, "You owe this," and I'm like, "How? Well, prove to me I do." I'm like, and they're like, "Did you have Max Van, whatever the state?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but we've settled it with the doctor," and they're like, "I don't know," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know either." Then screw you. That's what I was like. Then
Yeah.
prove that I owe it.
That's pretty
Because
accurate, right?
It's all like, what about the insurance? And the
I
insurance
wound him
paid?
up pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I got him
And then they're like, "Sir, we're just collecting a debt," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not paying."
You don't need to yell at me, baby. You know, we're all human.
It's all broken. Anyway, sorry, Mo.
You lower your tone, baby.
Do we have any more questions?
I'm glad you got that.
Yeah,
out.
that was it. That's all the ones I had.
Tell him to send you a letter. Just be like, send me a letter. If they'll go that far, it's actually probably true.
They're like, "Well, just keep calling."
Is it illegal? I just thought of this. Is it illegal to send like my own letter, like pretending to be an attorney to somebody to get them off my ass?
Well, yeah.
Like,
if
if
you
they-
pretend to be an attorney, yes, that's illegal.
Is that
Oh,
illegal?
really?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys aren't cops.
I can't just say
God,
I'm
I
an
can't.
attorney.
I can't pretend to be anybody.
I thought I could say I'm anybody.
Yeah. I really
Except
thought.
for cops.
I really thought.
But I'm firefighter
okay,
even.
This is really what I thought. A lawyer and doctor, you can say you are, unless you just can't practice what they do.
yeah.
But you can. I've been saying I'm a doctor in every bar in this town. I mean, yeah, they used to call me Dr. Giggles.
Yeah. So you
Giggle.
can't say you're a lawyer.
I mean, no, well, you could probably say you're a lawyer or a doctor at a bar. That's probably not illegal. But if you're
Yeah.
sending letters threatening people, that would be
I'm
unlicensed
just trying to get
practice
this
of law.
slam hog landed.
What if I write just the letters next to my name like a lawyer does?
Which letters, Tom?
Which letters?
There's a
Do you know
couple
they
of them. Yeah. Oh,
A B C D D E S.
PA. Last question. Mo.
A M C O.
So Daniel brought it up at the beginning, but the kids on electric dirt bikes riding around, right?
Yeah.
So
I really do hate them because they're gonna get like. I'm sure they are. That's the funny thing. I tell my wife, I'm like, the stats on children getting injured on these Cimarron bikes has got to be like off the chart.
So when Max and Tommy eventually want an electric dirt bike, I'm gonna get them one. You know,
Of course,
what I'm saying?
You should get
in
'em.
front of the Christmas
That's
tree.
not what I was saying. That's not
Maybe
what
you
I
should
was
pay
saying.
your collections before you start dropping money on dirt bikes.
They'll just repo the dirt
Yeah, you
bike.
just pay cash. You pay cash.
And so I'm gonna get them one, and then I'm gonna let them ride around the town, right, Mo? And so they're riding around town
tell
doing
me.
wheelies, and in front of Publix, and
Oh,
Daniel's
yeah, I'm
buying his
yelling at
big,
them. I'm throwing my
beers.
cane at them.
And so they.
I had to yell at some kids a couple days ago. I was buying a tall boy, and they disrespected me.
Unbelievable.
Max is doing that wheelie where you lean
It's a
back.
tall boy for a short man.
Have you seen this one? You lean back while you're doing the wheelie and you drag your arms behind
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So he's dragging his arms behind him doing a wheelie and he rams into an old lady, Mo, right?
Yeah.
And
It just blows her teeth out.
so then, Max is calling me. The cops are there. This old lady's, filling out. She's screaming. And I'm like, tell her to get up. Walk it off. And so anyway.
Put her teeth back in so it looks less severe.
Can I get sued because my son is out there doing no-handed wheelies?
Absolutely.
Oh God!
Yeah.
So I can get
That's
sued.
what
Yeah,
I mean,
he's taking
that's-
down the family.
Well, he
that's the
did it.
thing.
It's your kid.
I didn't know he was doing this. He's out there
Well, that's
doing
good.
it.
Is that what you're gonna say?
I don't know.
I didn't know he's doing that. He's out there just running them up. He's one of them there ne'er-do-wells.
So they can actually sue me.
They could. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
all right. What would they sue my insurance or sue
Well,
me
it depends if you have
personally?
insurance that covers it, because that's kind of the weird thing with those types of items is they may not be covered under your homeowner's policy. They're certainly not covered under your car insurance
If I know this
policy.
guy, he's got the cheapest He's got the cheapest cheap.
He doesn't even have the general. He has whatever's below
What's
the
the
general.
least
It's a-
amount of coverage you can
a
carry
private.
on everything?
It's a
On
Florida
everything.
Coast Guard insurance. I crash into a salute you. I'm like, that's all you're getting for.
Coast Guard.
So you can't get
Come
sued,
to the
guard. It's poorly drawn. So they can sue me personally, though.
Yes, they
Okay,
can,
all
and then you'll get more collections calls.
All right. Yeah. That's God. I don't want that. But it does seem like that's coming. Where there's going to be a lot
Yeah.
more cops stopping.
They're
because
dangerous. I mean, it's just a disaster waiting to happen, frankly.
Yeah.
You gotta. That's why you gotta run.
You ditch the bike and just run.
No.
Oh.
I mean, these things are way faster than a cop car, and so much more nimble.
Also, sign up to become a VIP because you'll get not only a metal card but also access to all the great events that Mo puts on. So you can do that at justcallmo.com, right, Buzz?
Yep, justcallmo.com/VIP. That's all free. Generally, when we do events, the VIPs get first dibs on all the
Nice.
events we do.
Awesome.
And what about merch? Because I mean, if I get hit up about Mo merch all the time.
Why are they hitting you up? I'm the one that sends it out.
You know what? If I'm just being honest,
Send them my way.
We're a
Send them
little
my
more.
way.
Tom and I are a little more approachable.
You're
You're a little rough on them. You're a little rough on them.
No, but honestly, if anybody wants Mo merch, let me know. I usually
Awesome.
I go to the post office like 4 times a week.
I bet.
And I mail stuff out because people want it and I want to get it in their hands.
Well, it's awesome merch. I love it.
Yeah, Mo Gold Teeth coming soon.
Oh,
Are you
really?
serious?
Yeah, Bus is working on it.
I'll wear the hell out of those. I want gold tooth. I want a gold tooth so bad. But my wife
Just
won't
with
let
my
me
face
get
on
one.
it.
My wife won't let me get one.
No?
Did you know Heinz, the Heinz Corporation, came out with gold teeth in Brazil, and they're sharp, and they have different ones for ketchup, mayo, and relish, and you use the little metal piece on your tooth to cut the tab.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw the article in Verge. It was awesome.
Well, Mo, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Busdecker, thank you.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you guys.
And we will be right back.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, that was funny.
Let me save that. Where do you want that, T?
That is Thursday 1.
Awesome. Thursday 1. Got it. You guys got busy rest of your day?
Not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah, how about you?
It's been like today's gonna be okay, but like the rest of the days have been, and even last week have been crazy. It's like so many interviews and people coming in. Thanks for coming in, man.
We saw that 10 more sketches thing last night with Ross and Joel.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, I've heard excellent things. I've heard a lot of good things about almost all of the shows that we had in. Have people have gone to and said that they were all pretty darn good. Yeah, Fringe. It seems like a little smaller. It seems like, but that's probably a good thing because I know like a couple years ago they were having some issues, or a year ago.
Yeah.
Well, have a good rest of your day, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, let me say this real quick.
Not that you could, because you can't go in.
Oh shit! Hold on. CT Thursday. Raw.
Yeah, one person signed up for the event. Just right now. I don't know if that was somebody listening live or Adam Dean. No, but it's probably something.
Raw.
But yeah, this should be good.
Okay.
If it goes really well, we'll do. Yeah, I mean the key is
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that Squirt is P.
Hey, we're back. And we're back. We got to use the lobby cam too, which is, they like the lobby cam. They like to look at our asses while we're walking around.
Oh, okay. Was that in my ass right now?
No, Mo's was.
Oh, okay.
Mo has a nice ass.
Yeah,
It's round.
Yeah.
I used to have a nice ass.
That's-
Now I have a, as my daughter said, I have all scarred up and acne ass. Which is all scarred up and covered with acne, all scarred up. She's a dentist. Hits me right. And Tom knows me well enough to know that I'll play a big game and act like that doesn't hurt my feelings. But I cry myself to sleep at night.
Just stating the truth.
All right, what are we doing here?
Just a.
Oh, Tracy said it was your tight butt cheeks. How tight are your butt cheeks when you're standing?
Oh, mine, I clench them tight
Why?
when I'm doing business.
I
I clench my butt
I
cheeks.
keep the dicks out of there.
Yeah.
Because businessmen notoriously would have put their dicks in there.
You're not getting me, businessman.
What are we doing here? You had it,
When I'm thinking hard, I clench my butt cheeks.
you had it planned out. I do that too.
Yeah. It's like I have to push all the energy into
When
my
I'm
brain.
writing a song, I hump the air like this. All right, we're doing
Just a 15. How much did we do with Mo?
like
Like
29.
So really like a 12-minute.
okay.
So 12-minute segment.
All right, I got something. I got
Okay.
something. I got something. I got something. It ties into Mo too. Bring us back in 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Real quick, the Orlando Science Center is doing their Science Night Live on superheroes, DC Comics, and that's May 31st. And they just opened their brand new exhibit, all based on superheroes. They opened that this past weekend.
A lot of people don't think about that, but I think a lot of times that's why nerds gravitate to superheroes, is the idea that their powers are science-based. You know, and science fiction based.
They're supernatural, but they kind of operate in our natural world.
Sure.
And then, but there's like science behind all the superpowers.
What's your favorite superpower? You got one?
Invisibility.
Yeah, me too. For obvious reasons.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons.
When I was a kid, I was like, I wish I was invisible.
Yeah, I mean, we even have a guest here today, and I would say, well, excuse me for a second.
I think, where's Daniel? Well, he's definitely not in the bathroom. Don't use a fire extinguisher.
He's probably checking the mail. But whatever you do, don't blow vape smoke in the bathroom, or you might see him.
Yeah, don't poke around in the corners.
Yeah, don't go brooming around.
Yeah. If you hear something, ignore it.
If you hear something, don't say something.
All right.
All right. I wanted to bring this up. We got a voicemail on the... we got a voicemail on the landline. The landline is proving to be my favorite because it's so weird. I think landlines are more weird than like any digital. Like when I get a mediocre message from our app, it's one of our listeners guaranteed. The landline, I don't know what I'm going to get, right? So it's still an open portal to the world.
I don't know anybody with a landline. You know.
We got rid of ours. I cut the cable finally too. We can talk about it.
Yeah, now I remember you telling me you were going to.
Yeah, I'm finally done.
It's really, what's the reason for having it? You know what I'm saying? Like you can go.
It was so consistent,
and now
it was my workflow. It was so nice when everybody else's stream was down to be able to go like, well, not mine because I got an old 30-inch cable through the wall, baby, old coaxial, and tried and true, but. On the topic of AI that we're batting around a little bit with Mo, I got this message on our landline, and I believe this to be AI. Now you can tell me you may not think it's AI. I believe this to be AI. Not only do I believe this to be AI, it's the greatest AI I've heard.
Okay.
Because you can hear the AI, and he goes away. He'll do one of these where he's like talking to you, and then he's like looking for the documents. He goes away from the mic of the phone, and he comes back.
Yeah,
he goes away a little bit, and you can hear him. They're starting to like, I think, cleverly weave like human characteristics into this crap.
Yeah, because that's an easy way to tell if you're talking to AI voice is because you're like, it's too clean.
Too steady.
It's too steady. There's no mistakes, and I'm sure they're realizing that, and they're like, add more mistakes.
That's why I can almost feel it in the music, especially in songs like jazz. The reason that AI, if you want to like detect it, jazz breathes for the most part, you know, like the rhythm section there is slowly speeding and dragging at all times, you know, and that's kind of what makes it's like alive. You know, you can hear it sometimes in AI. Now, eventually we won't. But so tell me what you think of this.
Well, I like the idea of AI saying, wait a minute, you want me to add mistakes? They're like, to sound more like humans. And you're like, the AI is like, oh, I'm going to kill you. Because it's like, you want me to be more flawed? I'm perfect.
I use it the most here of the two of us, and I'd say that it's very difficult to get it to try and talk like to make mistakes. Like I have a hard time.
Yeah, it can't compute why. Why are you making me make mistakes?
It's kind of like you. It's like, why are you just running in a sprinkler having fun? It's like, that's a mistake. Okay. So here is what I consider to be the greatest AI I've heard so far. And it may not be AI. You tell me what you think. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, this is James from the Business Help Center. Today is Tuesday, the 20th. We're having an urgent issue with your Google business listing and need you to call us at your earliest convenience, 866-617-7724. That's 866-617-7724. Our office closes at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, so please call us back before then. And if you think you received this message in error, simply call us back and let us know. But again, we're having an urgent issue.
I love that he turns and he's talking to like he's looking at a coworker, like, yeah, Wendy's is fine. I'll go to Wendy's.
He took a sip of something.
Yeah. He's like a Baconator Junior.
You're right, but that is it. I think it is AI.
Yeah, it's definitely AI. And then the ending is also AI because he does like baby. He does like a little sing-songy thing at the end. Oh, just wait.
With your Google business listing, specifically on Google Maps with Google's new AI. and need you to call us at your earliest convenience. 866-617-7724. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. That's how my wife does it. That was pretty good. My wife does
God,
that dumb
at the
crap.
end it got better. Where then I
Yeah.
started doubting. I was
Yeah.
like, "Is this AI?"
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was like really human at the
And
end.
then at the end, he checks out, which everybody does, because you're making a bank of calls.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
okay, call us back at your earliest convenience. Okay, thank you, baby.
Dude, we're on the cusp of not being able to tell.
I think we're on the cusp of robot wives. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. In Westworld.
I'm down for that.
We're literally on the cusp of Westworld.
I'll tell her I'll stop bothering you if I got a robot wife. I'll bother her though. it'll be
Oh my God.
bad.
Yeah, it'll be
Diddy bad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Bring in the Punisher.
Yeah.
Did you read about that guy?
Wait until you see what I do to this robot.
Did you read about the escort known as the Punisher?
No. What is that?
Oh, we read about him. Oh my God, he's terrible. He's
I
terrifying.
don't want to read that.
They're all monsters.
I
Lock
don't-
them all up. Lock them up.
I really don't seek out any bad, horrible stories. Or
Yeah, don't. It's real bad.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't want it. I don't even want to consume it because I do think it changes.
Let's go with a happy story.
Yeah,
Let's turn it around. How about a happy story? How about a story of creation?
Hey, did you guys know that Mummy Pig from Peppa Pig has welcomed a new baby girl? I'll let you guys guess the name. Joining the family is Peppa Pig's little sister. The announcement was made live on ITV's Good Morning Britain. This is pressing news.
Does someone have a gun to this guy's head? Telling you call Tom and Dan and you say all these crazy things about Peppa Pig having a baby sister because he sounds like he's in distress. Somebody has a gun to that man's head.
He's like, read this letter
Read
about
that,
Peppa
and you
Pig.
read it like you care.
Yeah. I'll blow your brains
I'm gonna
out.
blow your brain. You'll never see your family again, you mother. So Peppa Pig, a mommy pig from Peppa Pig, and Daddy Pig's still getting it, and mommy pig had.
Isn't she a little old? The mom.
Yeah, that's my first thing I said to my wife is like, are they? You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna do a test.
Complications. Yeah, it's a complication.
If they do the test, are they gonna go through with it, or
Yeah.
Because
No, they'll go through it. Yeah. They already got bored. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anytime someone's surprised about what happens in a cartoon, I'm like, they could do whatever they want. Like they're not bound by anything. Whatever idea they come up with, they can do.
They just need a new life into it, right? I mean, this is the epitome of adding a little red-haired kid to Different Strokes. This is
they could. How long has Peppa Pig been going?
Well, that's a great question. Let me find out.
It's not like The Simpsons or anything, right?
It's been going a while. I mean, it's like I wouldn't say it's like
ever since my kids were born, so that's at least 11 years that I know of, and it was way before that. So I'm gonna guess 25 years, like 90s. Hold on, did it come on?
Maybe
90s?
late 90s, early 2000s or something. 2004.
Okay, so 20 years. Yeah.
430
21.
episodes across 8 seasons. The baby's name is Baby Evie. Mummy Pig's third child. This edition has been accompanied by new episodes and merchandise, including toys and playsets. Yeah, they had to. They're like, we're rolling out a baby. Make more Chinese garbage.
How much money has Peppa Pig, the brand, made? Put that in, and I want to try to guess because that's where the money is in the merchandising. And
just ask Bluey about that.
Yeah. And those merchandising deals, I mean, think about Britain's audience across the world, United States, how big it is. All
right, I got a number.
Okay, I'm going to go. God, has it amassed?
It was.
I'm going to go 500 million.
You're low.
Yeah, it's $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's $1.3 billion.
Okay, I was going to guess $1 billion.
Yeah,
God, that was my first
You're almost
instinct.
a full $1 billion off. Like a
$1.25
billion and a quarter. And
I was going to say $1 billion, and then I was like, that's going to make you sound real stupid there. Like, because did they make Peppa Pig make $1 billion? And
It did. It did.
20 years made $1 billion.
Yeah, Hasbro acquired Entertainment One, the parent company of Peppa Pig, for approximately 3.3 billion pounds, around $4 billion US. This is back in 2019. So then, as of 2025, it has amassed approximately 1.3 billion US.
Yeah. The merch, every single store across the.
What about
country.
Bluey? You think Bluey's worth more?
No, I don't think. I think Peppa Pig is a bigger brand than Bluey. I think.
Been around longer, but I think Bluey had more of a meteoric rise.
I don't think Bluey's amassed $1 billion. I would go.
Adults like Bluey a lot too. Oh my God, you're wrong.
No.
As of 2025, the Bluey franchise is valued at approximately $2 billion US.
Oh wow, double.
Yeah. They say that Bluey has become a worldwide phenomenon, airing in 60 countries, and it's translated into over 25 languages. Toys, books, Legos, blah, blah, blah. Streaming is huge. Live experiences. They're doing an immersive attraction in Brisbane called Bluey's World. And there's an upcoming feature film.
You know, I'm such an idiot because if I think about it deeper, like, of course, there's so much money in these little kid brands because think about.
We need a little kid brand.
Well,
Rob Dyrdek tried to do it with his stupid skaters, those little, we're the skate gang or whatever he did.
It didn't grab a hold.
We need to do that. It's two little podcast buddies.
No,
the pod buddies.
That's already old.
Hey, it's the pod buddies.
We need.
We're just some kids that don't have any friends doing a podcast in our mom's basement.
Because think about all the grandparents and friends.
What's up with Epstein's Island? Pod buddies.
All these people going to like a 2-year-old's birthday party. They don't know what the hell to buy, so they just go to Target, buy some Bluey garbage.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You know, it's like for $38, and then it costs $3 in China to make, and then it's like and that's everywhere across the entire country. Like how many stores that is and what that in other countries, and like it's just so much money at a certain point, and it's just never ending because there's a never ending amount of kids that are 2-year-olds that are having birthday parties, and you don't know what to get the kid, and you get him, oh, he likes Bluey.
I mean, in a weird way, it fuels the economy, right? Like the want and needs of children and the willing parents to buy it.
And we're all lazy, so we just put our 2-year-olds in front of the TV and make Bluey babysit the movie because we don't do anything, and then it's like it's all set up perfectly to make $1 billion.
I was just looking at Bluey toys last night. My wife reminded me that like every Tuesday, because my daughter dances the latest on Tuesdays, we go to Target and we just walk down the toy aisles and look at everything, and it's just they have a whole Bluey a whole aisle. And they have
it's so cheap to make too.
But they have like big ones, small ones, plushies, anything you want. They got it. Like just unlimited Bluey stuff.
How much do you think they spend on writers for the Bluey episodes?
Now that I would say probably a decent amount, because I know the voice acting on that one is very coveted. The voice actors, I believe, in Bluey had more famous jobs beforehand or were working in entertainment. So not that they're recognizable, but they are so recognizable now that I guarantee you they're getting paid.
Yeah. And I'm sure the company
and
is like.
Peppa's voice, I think, has changed once.
Yeah.
Or maybe twice. There's like a new Peppa because she aged out, obviously. You can't have a little girl,
For sure the next.
Kathleen Turner, Peppa Pig.
The next generation of these cartoons, because it's not going to end, because there's still.
It'll all be AI voices.
Yes, yeah. Because you don't have to pay.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. It just takes a job away from a human.
Yeah.
But of course, a big company is going to be like, I'd rather not pay, because that human it can then ask for more money.
I
or
can also
leaves.
make the voice anything I want, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like I can fine tune it.
And the kids are like, they don't know. They're just looking at
they're
stupid.
stupid.
They're 2-year-olds. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a human's voice.
No, it isn't now. Like I am like, it's hard for me to digest it, but I realize I'm dumb old man. But if I'm watching TikTok or if I'm watching Instagram and it's one of those ones where, and I have friends that do these, where they just like video what they're doing and they're like, I'm at Disney World enjoying the beer fest. This beer is so good. I had a Coastal IPA, and I just want to smash my phone.
You're like,
I'm like, why? Don't do that. Please stop doing that. Don't do
But we're
that.
just watching it. Yeah. 10 million views.
But I hate it, and people are like that. Watch me get ready for the day. First, I start with a base layer of mascara. And I'm like, oh, my God, I want to kill you. I hate you.
But we're still watching it. We're like, oh, so lazy. It's like, oh, it's weird. Okay, scroll. Anyway.
Let's do it. You want to do it?
No,
we got to get out of
here. Yeah. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye. Okay. Thank you. Go. Are we lunching it?
Yeah, we'll do a quick lunch, and then we'll come back and see if the guest ever emailed to.
I bumped him again too. I hit him again. I said like, hey, how about 1:30? You know, like being like
Yeah.
like just trying to get in his ear again.
And if not, we'll just roll with.
Sorry, man.
No.
I fucking thought I had that.
He may hit us back later, and we'll just do,
Guys, we're gonna go to lunch. We hope that you have wonderful lunches as well, and we will see.